Hi. Um, yeah, I just done an instrumental track. Um, um, it's up on facebook.com/Daniel Stephen Wilson. But I was hoping to get on with the vocals, but the mic's not working. I've got to get an XLR cable. Um, and also, when I went out today to the music shop to get a standard mic cable, someone stole the guitar lead out of my flat, so I haven't got the sound that I had, because of the lead. Bit of a pity, really, but anyway, this is called. If I can find the file. This track by Music Machine, Chen Lu, Daniel Wilson, Emmanuelle, Kristal, all the same person. This track's got to find it alphabetically. This track's called Hate. Seems to be going a bit too fast there. Hold on. Oh, it's the same. That's Hayes. I'm going to do the vocals tomorrow as soon as I get the mic working. Seems to me there's a lot of people that interfering in my life, stealing things out of my flat. You know, it's out of spite mainly. It's not as if anyone is desperate for what I've got, because I haven't got much, but they just do it out of spite because they don't want me to succeed. It's like, you know, it's like, you know, they kind of, they, they prefer other people succeed, you know, people of a different complexion, so, anyway, I've got, so I'm gonna play, here's one I did, here's one that, went out. I'm not sure it's very good or not. I'm gonna play it, I'll play it anyway because I haven't heard it. It's called G. I haven't listened to it for a while. Don't know what it is. Could be bad, could be good. Oh, it's not coming through. Not to worry. We're used to that. I'll create a new folder, a new playlist, I think, in the music player for the new tracks. And every time they come in the flat when I'm out, they do things like screw up the computer, delete files, you know, change things, change settings, you know, anything they can to upset me. It's, I've had the police involved lots of times and they still are, so. I got rather carried away on my keyboard last night, the other day. I think it's because I haven't played it for so long. Because I haven't played piano or keyboard for so long, I got a bit carried away. One of the upsetting things is they do something to affect the music files. Like if I do a lot of recording, I go out, I leave the laptop in my flat. When I get back, they've obviously been through it, and you know, things don't sound the same, you know, so I do my best to get the actual sound of the recordings like onto my website and Facebook and Reverb Nation, but it doesn't always work out because these people are they're psychotic in their hatred. I already realise the things I can't find that you know, it's like, you know, and to think it's just drug addicts who, you know, they just want to sell something so they can buy more drugs, you know. You know, that's all they are, drug addicts, you know. What was that one called? Yeah, yeah, they seem to process my music files so that they don't sound good. Because usually, you know, I'm a pretty tight player, and I play to the beat, and I'm always on the beat, and when I play my files back when they're off beat, it kind of disturbs me, you know, because I play on the beat. So like they think because they've got like a, you know, a kind of a computer that's hacking people all the time, you know, a computer that's doing nothing but hacking and leeching software, um, a computer that's doing nothing but hacking and leaking software. They think they can, their pretense is that fake they can fake being anything or anyone, because they've got this computer that hacks people's identities and hacks people's artworks and hacks people's address books. They think they can fake anything, you know. That's how far gone they are. They're not living in reality. They think they can pretend that they're someone else by stealing their ID and by stealing their artworks, and then they pretend that they're someone else. It's very shallow enterprise, very shallow enterprise, and you know, they've got lots of money because they hack credit cards, you know, they've got lots of money, which makes them very dangerous, you know. I mean, this is the thing: a criminal with an enormous amount of money is becomes the social hero, you know, even though they shouldn't, you know. Just because they got so much money, they can buy anyone they want. They can buy mothers, daughters, sisters. They can buy anyone. They can buy anyone. So they just buy people, you know. They just buy people. They buy people. They buy parts of families, and they torture the other parts of families. Like they buy the women and they torture the men. It's, you know, that's what they do. It's a cultural atrocity of a particular continent that I won't go into mentioning it. I've already said enough about it, but it's a cultural atrocity of a particular culture. And there are lots of people involved who are not part of that culture. They're just involved for their own reasons. Who have been bought out, you know. Who have been bought out, so they just buy everyone out and they torture, they exclude and torture the people that they haven't bought out, you know. It's like, so it goes all the way through the today's society. It's the major atrocity scandal that's been going on now for years and years and years. You know, they think they're rogues, but they're in fact extremely evil, psychotic people. You know. And they couldn't do a day's work if they had to, you know. They rely on the fact that they're just stealing people's bank account money by cloning the chips on their credit cards and buying access on the dark net to people's bank accounts, credit card numbers and bank accounts, and they're stealing from millionaires, you know. Anyway, I've got the playlist going. So, Hate Again. That's called Hate. The next one is To Catch a Spy. Well, this is the version without the guitar. was going on at place. I'm like one of the